please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. So tonight, we have the honor of having our town historian, Dr. Richard Hull, here tonight, and he has a presentation. Is that correct?
Yes, indeed.
The floor is yours.
Indeed. Thanks very much, Michael. Well, that big plaque outside by the front door with all those names of people who served in the American Revolutionary War, many of them, if not all of them, under General Hathorne's 4th Orange County Regiment, is going to get larger. It's going to grow. We are going to have another plaque alongside of it because, and thanks to Deborah Sweeten. Deborah has, for at least 6 years now, been doing research, trying to identify people who are associated with General Hathorne's regiment during the Revolutionary War. And she's been traveling all over the place, to Albany, to Goshen, here, Washington, wherever, looking at documents, looking at testimonies that were given by people from our area who fought in the Revolutionary War. And these testimonies were given by them or their widows because the pensions, most of the pensions weren't actually paid out until, what did you say, about 1835? 1832, a long time. And these people had to come forward and provide documentation or testimony or bring in witnesses to say, oh yes, he fought alongside of me in the battle of da-da-da, da-da-da. And she exhaustively and meticulously found many, many people who we did not know of, but she discovered that they were participants. And to win a pension, they had to prove it. And they had to talk about how they got involved and so forth. And what Deborah has done is she has come forward with hundreds of names that we can add to our list. And it's more than just names, though. These are human beings. These are people. And through these testimonies, we learn about them. And it has opened up a whole new window on our knowledge of and understanding of the American Revolution as it pertained to us here. And that's a tremendous service. There are very few people who have really done that kind of research into original documents. These are primary sources. And believe me, as a scholar myself, as an historian, that requires a lot of work, And Deborah, for, I know, at least 6 years and maybe 7 now, has been involved in this project. But it's more than just that. It's taken her into the minutes of the general court sessions in Goshen, going back to 1727, moving forward to, 1779, I think. And that, too, is providing us with a tremendous amount of information. And that is so valuable, and it's so rare, believe me. There are very few communities that have someone like Deborah and our deputy historian, Sue, Sue, really an outstanding book on this area during the Revolutionary War. So this is really an enormous contribution, and I felt that recognition, because very few people are aware of that. I mean, Debbie's famous for beautification in Warwick. Through her efforts with the organization of Warwick and Bloom, they're able to secure not only a national award, but an international award as well, international recognition as well, for what they were doing toward beautification in our community. And that was an extraordinary accomplishment and undertaking for her. We need to recognize for her work that she's done in looking at our most important history, and also looking at veterans. We're all very concerned about veterans today. We've been honoring most, been worked Mark in last week, serving, working on tables as a one-night waiter, raise money for our living veterans. But we go back. We have to continue to honor veterans of all of our conflicts that preserved our independence. So Deborah and Sue have been working very, very hard on this, and partly through Friends of General Hathorn. And he was really one of the most distinguished and outstanding residents we've ever had in Warwick's history. He was an enormous person. We don't have time to get into it right now, but I felt the time had come for Deborah to be honored and recognized and thanked by every one of us here and in the entire community, and I should say the entire county, for this service. And it's wonderful to know that she hasn't stopped now. This has led to still more projects, which is just fantastic. And Sue, our deputy historian, and Deborah have been working together now for 6 years, I guess, on these projects, and it's just a wonderful team. We're so fortunate to have them working for us here. So I'd like to, Deborah, would you come up for a moment? Or actually, Sue, why don't you come up too now? Come on up, and I'm sure you all know Sue Gardner too. And
We certainly do.
And you know our First Lady very well, First Lady of Warwick. And it's just wonderful that we're able to be here and to thank you, Deborah. But I think before I make a presentation, Sue, could you just say something, some words about this from your standpoint?
Basically, what Deborah has done is she's taken the bones and she's putting flesh on them, and they're becoming alive. And history is not relevant unless you can see how it relates to you. So through the documents, which are handwritten, 18th century script, hundreds and hundreds of pages, she is finding their stories. I saw Andre home. I was there and wounded at the Battle of Monmouth. I was at the Boston Tea Party. These are all Warwick persons we're talking about. So when we go into the schools, we can say to the kids, that house there, what you're studying in your textbook, that guy lives right there. So she basically saved the project. It was very daunting. She appeared magically one day. She went down the rabbit hole of research with me. She's further down than me, and I'm not sure she's gonna come back. It's just wonderful to see that Warwick is the revolution, and by the time we end with the children, they start out, the revolution, Boston, Philly. By the time we finish, where was the revolution? Here. So that's what we're doing with this project, and I can't thank you enough, Deborah, because I would have just thrown up my hands. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Sue. Well, this is a certificate of recognition and appreciation, and it reads this way. Deborah Sweeten, the people of Warwick wish to express their deep appreciation for your outstanding efforts to preserve and deepen our knowledge and our understanding of local founding veterans of the Revolutionary War, particularly General Hathorn's 4th Orange County Regiment. During your research, you also discovered many other Warwick men who served with the Continental Army or other units. Your exhaustive and path-breaking research into official records extending from 1727 to 1779 have given us fresh and valuable insights into veterans and their experiences. And Michael, I'd like you to come up too, please. Deborah, congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Many, many thanks.
Thank you very much.
Many thanks.
Thank you.
And good luck.
Congratulations.
Beautiful.
Did we get a picture?
I didn't think I was gonna,
You're smiling now.
ooh, Michael or me?
There you go.
Thank you, Dr. Hall, and next week. I would say Sue hit it on the nail on the head, right? To bring the history to life is going to hook young people into the vast amount of history we have here, and it's great.
Absolutely.
So we thank you for that.
Absolutely.
Now I know where you were all these.
Oh, I should also mention that we knew Deborah first and foremost until her work now in the area of beautification, the beautification of our community, and that led, and this was through the organization Warwick and Bloom, and of course that led not only to national recognition but international recognition. I mean, this was an amazing competition, and we won it. And we were up against organizations all over the world, and that too was
That was a joint effort.
But you played a very important role in that, and their daughter was made Citizen of the Year in her community in Maine for beautification as well, didn't she?
Same year her father got it.
Fantastic.
Congratulations.
Can I get her to say a few words?
Absolutely, of course.
So,
Floor is yours.
this is all Sue's fault. I just very briefly, the reason that I got involved with Sue was I'm very involved in genealogy, so family history. And I appreciate the fact that after all these years of doing it, that people all over the world took the time to either transcribe documents or photocopy them and put them online so that people like me, I can look at a document from France or Cornwall and I can prove that that person is related to me. So I was appreciative of that, so I thought, well, when I retire, maybe I could do that for Warwick. So the only person I knew to talk to about it was this person named Sue Gardner, who I did not know. So I one day went to the library, and Michael may have said to her, Deborah wants to talk to you. So I went to meet her, and I told her that that was what I was interested, I would volunteer and do. And she said, well, a lot of our records are already online from the town of Warwick. Would you be interested in doing some other work? And I said, well, sure, I guess. And so that's how this American General Hathorne got started. And so I have read a lot of pensions and, like Sue said, put flesh on the bones. I never knew a lot about the Revolution, but I am a fanatic about it now. The stories are amazing. We have no idea what these people went through. And I'm not just talking about the soldiers, I'm talking about everybody. And so it's been fascinating, and I loved it. Thank you.
All right, thank you, and thank you, Dr. Hall, and thank you, Sue Gardner, for your service to the town. We appreciate that. And as scintillating as our meeting is, you don't have to stay. So we do have a public hearing tonight, so I'd ask the clerk to please read that notice.
Please take notice that the town board of the town of Warwick will be holding a public hearing to consider proposed introductory local law number 8 of 2022 to modify chapter 164 entitled zoning, section 73C, to extend deadline for filing conditionally approved subdivisions, site plans, or special use permit applications. Said public hearing to be held on Thursday, December 15th, 2022 at 7:30 p.m. at the Town Hall, 132 Kings Highway, Warwick, New York, or soon thereafter as the matter may be heard. A complete copy of the introductory local law is available for inspection at the clerk's office and or the Town of Warwick website, townofwarwick.org. All interested persons will be given the opportunity to be heard.
Okay, so just for explanation to the public, in our zoning code, we do have a sunset on approvals. Once they've received their conditional approval, if they don't finalize by a period of time, they lose their rights in that. And we had extended that over the years due to the recession of 08, 09, and we had a few stragglers that, inch towards the line and don't get there. We have, I think it's 3 left that are like this close, and they just could not get there by December 31st. The planning board has asked us to extend this deadline for 1 additional year. which should clean up those backlogs. We won't have any further old subdivisions, and these are not huge subdivisions, but they are ones that have put a lot of time, effort, and money into it, as well as planning board reviews. So that's the subject of the hearing. Any questions by the board?
No.
So I'll open it for public comment. Anyone has a comment from the public? Seeing none, then I would entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. All right, so let's move into the regular meeting, and I'll ask the clerk to call the roll.
Supervisor Sweeten?
Here?
Councilman Gerstner?
Here.
Councilman D'Angelo?
Here.
Councilman Cole?
Here.
Councilman Schuback?
Here.
Attorney Myro?
Here.
DPW Commissioner Estorino? Police Chief Rader?
Here.
Okay, thank you. May I have a motion to accept the minutes of November 17th?
So move.
Second.
Are there any corrections? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Correspondence is summarized on pages 1 and 2. I don't think I have any discussion of that. Anyone else?
No.
All right, seeing none, then let's move right in, and I don't see any boards or commissions here, so let's get a report from Councilman D'Angelo.
Okay, Chief, you don't have anything tonight? Thank you. Okay, from the Warwick Humane Society, the original kennels had been upgraded with new ceiling insulation, new ceiling lights, and will be repaired once the water is turned back on. Then the kennels will be assembled with new stainless steel gates and partitions, and they wanted me to thank the rest of the town board for the much-needed upgrade. Currently, the new facility is nearing completion, and they hope to be back home within a month's time. There are 97 animals in shelter care, 5 dogs, 39 cats, 50 kittens, 2 rabbits, and 1 ferret. Plus, they have additional 2 dogs in foster care, 2 cats, and 3 kittens. They have a holiday wish list, which includes items needed for the new shelter, and it's listed on wvhumane.org. The daily needs are paper towels, bleach, pate-style canned cat food, equine pine pellet bedding, they use that for litter, and monetary donations for medical and other supplies. Please send to WVHS, P.O. Box 61, Warwick, New York, and they want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving and look forward to next year. The Town of Warwick Friendly Visitor Program, for the month of November, they had 22 neighbors assisted. They had 22 volunteers assisting those neighbors, and they performed a total of 184 services were provided by those volunteers. Now, they're having a volunteer training session on Tuesday, December 20th at 5 p.m. They're always in need of volunteers. And if you want to volunteer, get on the list, just call 845-986-1124, extension 400, and leave a message. And that's all I have.
Great, thank you. Councilman Cole?
No report.
Councilman Gerstner?
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. DPW has been busy, especially today, but always doing tree work on brush for roadsides, in Continental Road, Old Mount Peter Road, and Jessup. They're filling their potholes with cold mix. They went out plowing and sanding on December 11th, and of course today. And road signs as needed, hauling road grit and sand and salt mixed to Green Lake. And they repaired a water main break over on Jersey Avenue. Commissioner, you have anything else to add to that? Okay, and I'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy Healthy New Year, and I'll see you again, and Happy Holidays. And spend time with the ones you can. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Schuback?
Nothing to report at this time.
Thank you. Attorney Myro? Town Clerk?
Okay, the fees collected for November 2022 were $5,959.77. And, this must be a typo, I don't have the correct information, but I will make sure that it's on our agenda.
Okay.
I have here the fees paid out November, it looks like I copied it, so I will fix that and get that on the minutes in the minutes.
No problem.
I apologize.
No problem.
And I have the dates listed for the monthly meetings for the Greenwood Lake Commission. That will also be listed on our agenda or our minutes when they go on the website. And that's it.
No, thank you. And I will note that Councilman D'Angelo is the co-chair of the Greenwood Lake Bi-State Commission, correct?
In New York.
In New York, correct. Okay, so supervisor's report, recycling changes. So as you're probably well aware by now, we had to go out to bid for a renewal of the recycling contract. A new vendor was the lowest bidder, and we accepted that bid. The new hauler is Morangi, and they are a subsidiary of Eastern Waste, I think it is. They are been distributing for the past 2 weeks a maroon-style recycle bin with a yellow top. They're dropping them off at a list that we've provided. And you are asked to not put anything in that until January 1st, which is when their contract starts, but continue to use your county waste bin until December 31st. In January, leave your county waste bin out at curbside, and county waste will be picking those up. We hope that this transition continues to be smooth. Look to the website and my column in the papers for updated information. You can always call my office, but we will get them out. They're rolling them out. Don't worry if you didn't get one. We will get you one before January 1st. We are switching also to a new emergency alert system called Code Red, and Code Red is a system that will allow us to send emergency messages via phone, text, or email to you. And if you go on the town's website, there'll be a button where you can click it and register and put in your information and indicate which of those methods or all of those methods you'd like to have emergency alerts sent to you. This system will be much easier to map out specific areas so that we don't have to do quite a widespread notification if there's a particular road in your area. We will be posting flyers around both the village of Warwick and the general town of Warwick. Florida and Greenwood Lake does their own, so that they won't need to do this, but I am encouraging residents, while we will be bringing our old database over, to please go on and sign up anyway, because most of our old system is relying on simply a phone message. So this allows you to put in a mobile number to get a text or an email address. You can also pick up a registration form from the town clerk's office Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4. Or again, go right on to the town's website, or you can text Warwick Alert, all one word, to 99411. And again, we'll have some flyers put out that people can understand that. Year-end meeting, we originally scheduled the year-end meeting, which we have to finalize our budget for 2022, all of our adjustments, for December 29th. We're moving that meeting to December 30th. It is a Friday, and it will be at 1 p.m. in the daytime. So please make that programming note. It will be on our website. Our reorganization meeting of the town board and town government will happen on January 2nd. It is the day after New Year's. Town hall is closed that day. It will be open for the reorganization meeting only, and that meeting will start at 9 a.m. And then, just as a final note, I wish everyone a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. Enjoy it and spend time with those that are precious to you. Journal entries were made with the comptroller, and I did verify them that they were done correctly, so that's for the board's information. And that's the end of my report. At this point, I would offer privilege of the floor to anyone on any general concern.
Mike, I just have one question. On the recycling, it's gonna be the same schedule.
It will be the same
Okay,
schedule,
because you and I
certainly initially, and if there's any changes, that would be well known
Okay,
in
I thought
advance.
it
But right
was. I
now,
just wanted to double check.
correct, right now, the vendor will be doing it on the same day.
Same day, okay, good.
Right,
That's what I've been,
yep. And, you know, there may be don't worry, like if your neighbor got a bin, you didn't get the bin, let us know. You'll be
Right.
getting them, they're rolling them out.
right, okay.
All right?
Thanks.
Very good. All right, let's move into motions, and I would make the following motion. I would make a motion to adopt a resolution for the town board to accept the Warwick Isles 2 dedication strips on Merritt's Island Road, section block and lot 316.21, part of, and subject to an HDR review of the descriptions and the attorney review of title.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Any motion on a designation?
Motion to adopt the resolution designating Michael P. Sweeten, Town of Warwick Supervisor, as the voting delegate to attend New York State Association of Towns Annual Business Session, February 3rd, 2023, to cast a vote for the Town of Warwick pursuant to Section 6 of Article 3 of the Constitution and bylaws of said association. James Gershon, Town of Warwick Councilman, be designated alternate voting delegate to cast the vote for the Town of Warwick in absence of the voting delegate.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Motion to serve alcohol.
Good.
Motion to adopt a resolution to schedule the, oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay, sorry. Schedule the 2023 reorganization meeting for the town of Warwick on January 2nd, no, that's the wrong one. I'm looking at the wrong one, sorry. Yeah, motion to adopt a resolution to, grant permission to Barry Baxton to serve alcohol at the Wickham Woodland Manor on January 2023 for a family party. Certificate of liability and liquor liability insurance is on file with the clerk's office.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. That was my fault, Councilman Shuback. So I would make a motion to adopt the resolution to schedule the 2023 reorganizational meeting for the town of Warwick on January 2nd, 2023 at 9 a.m. located at 132 Kings Highway, Warwick, New York.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. I would also make a motion to adopt a resolution reappointing Ben Astorino as the planning board chairman for a term of 1 year to expire on December 31st, 2023.
Second.
I'm not sure why he wants to do it again, but I do thank him for his service. It's an important job, and he does it well. And all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Motion on a special event.
Motion to adopt a resolution granting approval to Laura Capitano to host a Solstice Luminata at the Wickham Woodlands Park on December 21st, 2022 at 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. Application and certificate of insurance are on file in the clerk's office.
Second.
And we wish them well. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Motion on a submittal date approval.
Motion to adopt the resolution to approve Glasgow UV Systems submittal date October 18, 2022, as per recommendation of the town engineer.
Second.
So again, this is for the installation of a new UV system at the final stages of our sewer treatment plant, and we have, our engineer did review the submittal, and it is acceptable, and so that installation should begin soon. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. I make a motion to adopt a resolution to approve a change order to Glasgow UV Public Works contract dated July 26, 2022, to include a new auto flow meter at a cost not to exceed $7,771.53.
Second.
This was left out of the original specs that they bid the job on, but it is integral to the operation of the system. So we are approving the change order. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Motion on a refund.
Motion to adopt a resolution to refund $450 back to Serena Flood due to a cancellation of a party at Wickham Woodland Manor.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Motion on authorization.
Motion to adopt a resolution authorizing the supervisor to sign a 2023 memorandum of agreement between the Jewish Family Services and the town of Warwick for a friendly visitor program.
Second.
Any discussion? It's a great program. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. I make a motion to adopt the following resolution. The town of Warwick Town Board hereby appoints Jacobitz and Gubitz LLP to represent the town in the tax certiorari proceedings commenced against the town to contest the 2022-23 assessment rolls. The cases are as follows. Koithara Akasala LLC, index number EF004138-2022. ShopRite Supermarkets Warwick Market Owners LLC, index number EF003789-2022.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Motion on an authorization.
Motion to adopt a resolution to solicit bids for the unit prices to perform emergency repairs as a result of storm conditions for the town of Warwick. Specifications for the bids may be emailed to you upon request or printed at townofwarwick.org. All sealed bids must be received by Thursday, January 12th, 2023 by 2 p.m. at which time these proposals will be open and read. All bidding shall be subject to provisions of the general municipal law of the state of New York as amended. The town board reserves the right to accept a proposal that it considers to be in the best interest of the town of Warwick.
Second.
And for the public's information, this is just FEMA, in the event we get a FEMA disaster, they want us to have a resolution where we've solicited bids for those emergency repairs. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. I make a motion on the following budget transfer. From Economic Development A0006989400 to Celebration Supplies A00007550,472 in the amount of $3,000.
Second.
Discussion just helps cover the increased costs we experienced in the flags for the Veterans Cemetery over Memorial Day. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Motion on an appointment.
Motion to adopt a resolution to appoint Joseph D. Gimolero as a part-time police officer at a rate of pay of $26.31 per hour, effective January 1, 2023, as per the recommendation letter dated December 9th, 2022, from the police chief.
Second.
And Police Officer Gamilaro is a graduate of the Rockland County Police Academy and certified for the Amtrak Police. Is that correct? Okay, so we welcome him.
Yeah, we thank him and wish him well.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. I make a motion to adopt the resolution to appoint Kimberly Connor as an account clerk senior. An account clerk,
Count clerk.
grade 4, step 1, not senior. Account clerk, grade 4, step 1 is specified in the CSEA contract at a pay rate of $27.19 per hour, effective January 2nd, 2022.
3.
23, that is correct. Thank you for the amendment.
I'll second the amendment.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. I make a motion to adopt the resolution to reappoint Robert M. Kennedy as a member to the Town of Warwick Planning Board for an additional 5-year term to expire December 31st, 2027.
Second.
And I thank him for that, and he is a good member of the board as well. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. I make a motion to adopt the resolution approving the remaining 5 vacation days for 2022 to roll over into 2023 for Bonnie Kane, the town controller, due to staffing shortage in the accounting department.
Second.
Yeah, we have been shorthanded there. We've got a retiree at the end of the year who's been using time, so we do appreciate Bonnie's extra effort. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Motion on an upgrade.
Motion to adopt a resolution to grant permission to the Warwick Soccer Club to upgrade Field 8 at Union Corner Park at no expense to the town of Warwick.
Second.
Any discussion? We want to really thank the Warwick Soccer
Yes.
Club. They have been super partners and invested a lot of money in the Union Corners Park
Yes.
over the years. This is
Oh,
just
wow.
the latest, and we thank them
Helped
so
us a
very
lot.
much. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. I would make a motion to adopt the resolution to reschedule the December 29th, 2022 Town Board meeting to December 30th, 2022 at 1 p.m. at the Town Hall located right here, 132 Kings Highway.
Second.
Any discussion?
Thank
All in
you.
favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. I make a motion to adopt the resolution to accept the resignation of Anna Cans as a part-time clerk in the Receiver of Taxes Office effective November 30th, 2022.
Second.
And she is now our Receiver of Taxes, so, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. I make a motion to adopt a resolution to accept with reluctance the notice of retirement as Town of Warwick Account Clerk Senior Doreen Donnelly, effective December 31st, 2022.
Second.
I was gonna say, we didn't second that. We went through that. That's all right.
Doreen has been with us longer than me, maybe longer than Jimmy, I'm
Yeah,
not
I
sure.
think it was right about time. I think
Right about your time,
right
and
before me, I believe.
so,
Close.
4 years. She's an amazing young lady who's done tremendous work, done the work of 2 people in that office.
Sometimes 3, right?
And we wish her the best on her retirement, and we will be, she will be sorely
Yes,
missed,
she
so.
will be.
Yes.
She will be.
All right, any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. I make a motion to adopt a resolution adopting local law number 7, 2022. It was originally introduced as introductory local law number 8 of 2022, to modify Chapter 164 entitled Zoning, Section 73C, to extend the deadline for filing conditionally approved subdivisions, site plans, or special use permit applications.
Second.
And just a point of discussion, I didn't mention it before, what we did get, we do, under the law, General Municipal Law 239, we refer zoning changes to the county. We did get a letter from the Orange County Department of Planning. It received the above referenced local law and found no evidence that significant intermunicipal or countywide impacts would result from its approval, and we have no advisory comments regarding this project. So, any other discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. And may I have a motion to pay the duly audited bills?
So moved.
Any
Second.
discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Everyone, have a very wonderful Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Chief,
Thank you.
have a safe evening tonight.